Dear Ann Landis, my husband
Dear
and I
Abby,
are in shock.
I'm extremely upset.
For over 30 years.
My son got married in
Dear
April.
Ann Landis.
We were very
I
happy.
thought
Dear
she
Abby,
said
his
I
wife
was
is our family.
Dear
Dear Abby.
She thinks way too much for
Dear
herself.
Abby.
She had to get married.
Dear Pod. Like a Danish.
Correct.
It's like extreme Danish.
It's about this. It's in that long box.
Yes, it's in a long package with the cellophane so that you can see through and say, "Is that my lemon loaf? You're coming
Is
home
that
with
mold? What is that on top of it?
It will never mold. And that should tell you everything about the product.
Maybe that should be on the packaging. Never mold.
Never mold. Entenmann's lemon loaf never,
Never
mold.
mold.
Yes.
Long and lean.
Long-
Entemann lemon loaf. Never mold.
I'm just saying, I'll always go for a slice.
Okay.
Always. I don't care what diet I'm on. I don't care what sort of product is in that, which, by the way, I am aware in America that we are eating mostly food-like products at this point.
That's fine.
Somebody told me every year we eat 23 credit cards, and I was like, then why?
And I'm still hungry.
And I'm still in debt. I mean, I don't know.
My parents used to have, or my mom, when my grandmother used to come to our house. My grandmother lived into like her early 90s. And my mom would always have like either the Entemanns or the Sara Lee round coffee cakes, two.
Oh.
One was like the nut and some kind of crumble.
Yes.
And one I don't actually remember what it was. And then as my grandmother aged, it was just donuts. And my grandmother just kept consuming donut after donut after donut until my mom was like, "Mom,
Stop
that's
with
too
the
many."
donuts already. You're on
To pull 'em out.
13. You had to pry the donuts out of her mouth? Well, that's what I have to do with Moth now, and she's not, she's in her 70s. So what's it going to be?
That I don't know.
I also kind
it's
of like-
Hungry Hippo. Which
The
I
most
guess
anxiety-riddling
I don't
game.
even understand the point of that fucking game. You just
Get
keep
all the
eating,
balls.
and then what?
You eat until you get all the balls.
I think I just like the visual of it more so than the game itself, which I feel like same thing with the game of life. That looks great. I don't want to ever play that game.
Game of Life was very misleading because nothing like that. Like, there's nothing in there about like your wife cheats on you. You have to find an apartment in the next 24 hours.
Your daughter accidentally had fentanyl and isn't going to make it.
Yeah, your son got somebody pregnant and paid for an abortion out of state.
Your son said he was in college, but really he took all the tuition money and then opened up a weed dispensary. And then
And is
moved
more
to
successful
Oregon.
than you.
Right.
The Game of Life. The
There you
Game
go.
of Life.
Yeah.
I like this game.
Detour, you're at Kate Hudson's house. No!
Do not pass go! I know that's Monopoly, but I'm not collecting $200.
don't
Go
wanna
straight
go
to
to
Kate
Kate
Hudson. I don't want to. She's more boring than her mother is.
Your card is like, uh-oh, the Maggie Gyllenhaal card.
Oh, no.
Who's at her dinner? No!
Will her brother be there? Be specific. Now that's our game of life. The kind of No, my game of life at this point is
We should have dinner party card.
Ooh.
Whose dinner party would you rather go to?
who's coming to the
Elizabeth
dinner party.
Moss or Maggie Gyllenhaal?
Neither. You have to play one. Okay, I'll take Maggie
I'm
Gyllenhaal.
going to stay in that car and I'll take my chances on car accidents.
Okay, flip the card again. Maggie Gyllenhaal is talking about her time on Mona Lisa's Smile.
No.
No! Go back 3 spaces. No!
You're either in a movie with Maggie Gyllenhaal or you're being directed for it. You know what? I'm just going to walk into the abyss.
Set the scene. Is Juliana Margulies there? We need something to level things out. You've been found at Andy McDowell's house, passed out in her backyard. Go back 5 spaces. This weird game of life. Why is this our game of life? I'm just saying,
You've
everybody.
just been cast as a special guest star on The Hotel.
No! You're an under 5 in White Lotus. Well,
Perhaps.
you shit in somebody's purse. Okay. Advance 3 spaces.
Like, I see you. That's in my special skill set.
The game of my career.
I can cry on cue and shit in your purse.
Can you really cry on cue? Were you that actor? Can you try?
No, I'm not doing that.
Come on, go ahead.
No.
Who's redhead actress? And
Julianne Moore?
Julianne Moore. She cries on cue, and there's a Billy on the street where he's running around with her, and she cries on cue, and he makes like a random tourist who doesn't speak English hug her. It is one of the funniest things.
Well, she did come from the soaps, so I think they all have
You gotta cry on cue.
Yeah.
Can we try? Go ahead.
No,
Just try.
I'm not doing this.
Wait,
right
pull up. Come on. It's early in the morning. We're about to drink. Go ahead, cry. Do it. Want me to tell you something I don't like about you? Will that make you
You
cry?
already have.
That's the entire car ride here. I don't like your shirt. I don't like your attitude.
I don't like that you're on time. I don't like that you're late. I don't like that
I don't like
here
that you're
today.
organized. I spin it positive. I don't like that you've got your act together. I don't like that you're funny.
I don't like your straight teeth. I don't like that your eyes are brown. I don't like. Okay.
Oh, God. Okay. All right.
Okay,
I'm
let's
fine.
go have fun.
I
with
don't like that you smell fantastic, and I kind of want to sleep with you. Have a... The game of life. We're playing the game of life with you.
James was telling your gorgeous Linda Evangelista podcast wife that on the way here, it's always fascinating to come from the Emerald City, which is Manhattan, specifically Hell's Kitchen,
Exactly.
to go into the journey that is
A suburb.
the 50th Street subway station to Penn Station, because that's when the game of Thriller is like, are they a Thriller extra?
Oh, they're going downtown.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You're going to Times
But
Square.
It's
Got it.
amazing to me as I'm walking through that no one is stopping these people. Like there's the one guy who's trapped in his hoodie on purpose. So he's just like pulling the strings.
So it's just a nose.
So just nose, but no shoes, just like walking upstairs, following people. There's the other person with an enormous amount of bags, as if it's like a walking island.
Like attached to them?
Yes.
Okay.
It smells like half of Penn Station is on fire and half that someone shit in a fan and is blowing it on everybody.
Nice. Good. That's the only way to
But
take a
they're
dump.
all kind of like moving like target, almost like a duck game.
Yeah, so they're just barely hitting. Oh, they're
They're almost hitting you, but they're not.
okay.
But they're just like passing. you
Everything
like
is a
shits.
video game in New York.
It's insane. I'm like, and then once I clear this level of the game,
It only gets worse.
then I have to get onto my train.
Like there's never a point that you win the game of New York.
Right. And then, of course, there's the person that asked me for money. It's 9:00 in the morning. He's got a tear tattoo, which I always find interesting.
Oh.
And an older gentleman that has it, because it's like, what?
Where, when
Where-
did it happen?
Right.
We all know what a teardrop
And if
tattoo
you
is.
need
Nobody's
money-
casually throwing that on their face.
Right. And if you're showing me that you need money by having money, then you have money. I don't need to give you money because you have it.
Did you use that against him?
No,
Did
I
you
just
say
say- I
that?
always say, I don't
because he
have
has a
cash.
teardrop tattoo.
Right. Which means that he's probably
Has no problem murdering you.
correct and putting me.
But I
On
do
the
like that
tracks.
he like flashes you a 50 and he's like, "You got money?" Then you should have been like, "No, thanks," and
I
then
should
grabbed
have.
it from him.
Correct. But then I would have had to touch him.
And then
Not
you would
unlike
have been
this
murdered.
man that touched a woman on the subway train. He was filthy, homeless person, and no one was responding to him. And then he rubbed her head like a noogie. I've never been so uncomfortable for someone else, but also so relieved that I wasn't there.
Oh my God. First of all, don't ever touch my hair. I have worked long and hard on this thing. That is a no-go. Don't ever. That is the most personal thing that you can do to a
And
like.
she was sitting. He was standing.
Had he kissed her, it would have been less invasive. Wait, so she was sitting, he was standing?
Right.
And he fully went like, "Hey, good guy."
Because
And
you know
like,
how they come up to you, like, exchange? And
Oh.
then they put their hand in
yes,
your face.
but I
and
have
you're
my,
like,
and I push my hair back to demonstrate that I am wearing AirPods. Therefore, I am unavailable. But they don't
see-
really.
They don't really give a shit. That's
I'm
so
giving you
sweet
a
of
subtle social cue. I can't hear you.
Then he pulls them out of your ear.
Yeah. And he did that to her head. What did she do?
She did one of the, like, what's this, like, little white girl gonna do? She's like,
She just froze? Oh, that's what she did? She gave him a finger and said,
yeah.
"Mister, hey you, mister."
Like swipe the arm away.
Oh, so she touched him or didn't touch him?
I don't know. I would
Everything
have
about
set
this.
my arm on fire.
I would have set my head on fire at that point. And she got off that train and
just,
went
like,
right to a barber
and just
shop.
Britney'd her hair.
Yes, and everybody could not find fault with that.
Correct.
Half of this podcast should just call this podcast Why are we in New York? Like the whole thing. I understand that we air
Or like
grievances
walking
here
in
every
New York,
week.
every time you walk down the street, something remarkably like unbelievable happens, and we just kind of ingest it. Where
And
other
go
people
about our way. And it's funny that you bring this up. We should call this podcast The Bitchery because it's exhausting. And I thought, so I walked through what had to be a spattering of human feces the other day. And, you don't realize
said
it
I
till
was
it's too late. Okay? I said I don't do dairy. Or I understand.
We only have one bathroom, and if someone's in it, I gotta go.
I got to go somewhere.
They said the yogurt was fresh.
And they lied. And I will never have cream cheese again, is the story of my life. But I walked through what had to be something that came from some being.
Where were you?
I was in the subway. That's the first mistake I make. Nothing good happens on the train. I just need to get rich enough where I have a personal driver because I can't step through much more feces. And I really just thought, I was like, the amount of feces that I'm just like naturally stepping in and not... Like, we shouldn't live like this, and we don't have to. And I really thought when I came home, I was like, can I do what I need to do anywhere else in the world? Like, why are we letting... Sorry. It's so early.
It really is.
I'm
It's like
sorry.
we're basically hopscotching around feces all day.
But now I'm at a point where
Every
I'm
day.
walking through it and being like, oh, I'll just get a new pair of shoes. And this isn't a life that everybody lives, and it's not a life
That's
that
right,
everybody has
because
to live.
this is lifestyles
I
of the rich and famous.
don't love New York. I just, we don't have to do this to ourselves.
That is correct.
Like,
Erin.
can we do what we do anywhere else?
No, because we would get bored. We would get bored real quick.
You know what? I don't mind it. I want to be bored in Nashville for a little while.
I don't think you do.
I don't know.
I'm sure there's still-
Even as soon as it walked out of my mouth, I wanted to walk that sentence back in. But it's just I can't take this much more. Like, what is this kind of everyday
Yeah, but you don't even live there.
acceptance?
No, you live
but
here.
I function there every day. I essentially live there. And here, this is my summer home. This is my evening home.
now
I come back to this.
I would request that you, after this podcast, go upstairs and scrub all the bottoms of your shoes. Because if you're stepping in that much
I'm wearing
human
the shoes
waste,
right now.
gross.
But you know how like nonplussed you are that then after I walk through it, I did one of these things where I just sort of like shimmy my feet around a little
You're making
bit.
a Jackson Pollock and other
Yeah,
feces.
but I'm sort of like moonwalking,
Trying to get it off your feet.
to the E train now, just trying to shimmy whatever I just walked through. Could have been vomit. I don't know.
So
We just play a game every day called "What Did I Just Walk Through?"
but okay. Aren't you usually aware of what your
My
sidewalk-
surroundings? No,
sidewalk purview?
I really can't at this point because if you take it all in, you'd be horrified. And I was distracted because I had my AirPods in, but I hear the sound of the woman playing the saw through my AirPods. And
Like
nobody
nothing.
wants this.
No.
Nobody wants this on their ride. Like, I'm just trying to get from point A to point B, and there is a woman playing a saw. A saw.
I'll take the pan flute over the saw any day.
Yeah, but then even with the pan flute, it comes with a karaoke machine. Like, the pan flute isn't just pan fluting alone. He has a track
Yes, but
that
the
he has
saw
purchased.
somehow makes your bones vibrate in a way that you think that you're either going to vomit and shit at the same time or your brain's going to explode.
And I also don't know, because this is a legitimate instrument.
What?
Who is the saw lady? Well, she's playing it like
Dressed
it's an
as the
instrument.
saw
It's an
character.
instrument in China because she had CDs. So you're just like, what's happening in China right now? In
beep.
communist China.
Hold up. You're like, because she has CDs. She has 8 tracks. She has a Memorex tape.
She's a little behind the time. She didn't have a
But you were
QR
trying-
code.
You were trying to qualify her. She has CDs.
Which means that somewhere
Ladies
in
and
this
gentlemen,
world,
the woman who plays the saw has a CD collection.
example, when we came down here tonight, Jules has a record collection. He was playing Billy Joel in the background, and that's nice, whatever. But somewhere in the world, someone is playing that woman's CD. So you come into their home, and you're like, hey, Julie, and in the background, it's like... Or someone's playing that in their car somewhere in the world.
They're only playing that in order to kill themselves in the car.
So that's the final moments of their life. They're going to put on the Saw Lady, and
That's
then everybody's
like
like, don't do it. It's not worth it.
That is like a Hell Week album to play. Like if you are pledging to fraternity and it's
torturing
your
someone.
Hell Week before initiation, that's what you play for the pledges. So they
But
nearly
that's
go
music
crazy.
exists. Every music exists to fit somebody's desire. So there is a market for the Saw.
Like ska.
Exactly. That is a perfect parallel. And I know this because I dated somebody who all he listened to was ska.
Did
and
he
I
make you dress like you were part of a ska?
Yeah, I had a wallet chain.
Sure.
I shopped at Hot Topic.
Did
There
you
was a
have
lot of
those-
plaids.
Did you Did you
Yeah.
have those pants that were sutured together with
Yes.
hooks and whatever? So if you
Yes,
were to,
huge, like comical safety pins.
right.
Yeah.
So if you had to run for some reason, you couldn't because now your legs are tied together.
And also, you could never get on a plane because you'd have to walk through
You'd have to be naked.
the TSA. It's like, ma'am, please take off your pants before you walk through the X-ray machine.
Yeah.
Yes, that was me because I changed for whoever I dated. Hi,
There was only-
20s.
There was only one point where I was like, those are kind of cool. Maybe I should try them on. And then my brain kicked in and it was like, you would look like a total moron.
I would give anything to see you in a plaid pant with multiple pockets, lots of hooks, and a wallet chain. I would give anything. Did you have a picture of this?
No, this was back before we had phones.
Before we had cameras, even.
On our phones.
We had a flash pot. Like, it's that you're at like Busch Gardens in the Old West.
I was trying to figure out my new identity as a recently outed gay man.
And you went ska for like 2 seconds, and then you were like,
You
this
have
isn't
to-
me.
yeah, it's like, do I wear all black? Do I go super tight?
Am I a black wearing gay?
Am I like I don't know what age I am?
You
Therefore,
were
I'm
preppy gay.
yeah. Are you preppy gay? Are you repressed adolescence and you're shopping at Abercrombie even though you're in your mid-30s gay?
That's niche gay.
That's weird. Are you oversized clothes gay? Or as we talked about last night, the gay men that now dress like present-day Sybil Shepherd and give up gay.
Exactly.
Or oversized champion
Well, we're just going to
sweatshirts.
call them caftan gays.
Well, there's that. There's the caftan, and then there's like I got to go to the store, which is
Lisa Rinna's duster. Okay.
yes, or the short shorts, oversized sweatshirt, and then like some kind of weird.
Fashion makes me want to walk into traffic
I don't
at this
get-
point. We are not having a good fashion moment in the world.
No, I also don't need sweatshirts that tell everyone or myself where I've been. I just don't need that.
That's right. I texted Patty because I went back to Boston to do some shows, and we all know my issues with shopping. I want to not be bothered by another human being. I want to walk in, I want to see what you have, and I want to get out. Okay? But I still like the act of shopping. That's the thing. I don't want to give up the act of going out and trying clothes on. I don't want to give that up. But people are getting in the way of my joy of this experience because you can't just walk in. You get bombarded by the questions. And of course, as soon as I encountered this woman, I texted Patty because he's the only one that could understand. It was like a weird little boutique, and that's never a good sign because whoever their buyer was like, get all the shirts, all of the dresses. Are they quirky dresses? Are they loud? Do they have a lot of prints on them? A lot of bold colors? And everything, they only had like one of everything,
'Cause it's
which is never a good sign. It's a boutique, but she's also overbuying, and she had like a bunch of sweatshirts that said like "we," like OUI,
so she doesn't know what she's doing.
and like Namaste. And then on the other side, there were like a lot of dresses that were very like I'm a girl who just wants to stand out at a party. Is she retro? She's interesting. Like girl who
like
doesn't
the-
have a personality,
like
so
the-
buys a shirt that makes her look like she has a personality.
Like the baby doll dress?
There were baby dolls, but there were also like longer, like a maxi, a sort of anthropology on crack
Oh, okay.
moment.
Got it. Yes.
That's exactly what this was, this boutique. And I walk in and I'm like trying to figure out what this place even is.
You had me at we.
You had me a spiritual gangster shirt. And I walk in and the girl instantly, she had the worst vocal fry and she was like, Hey, welcome in. If you have any questions, let me know. And so I was like, great, I will. And now I'm walking around just like touching things. And when you touch something, then she engages. Like I'm the only one there.
That voice, though.
Even the dogs are barking at
That
this.
voice, though, would follow me with everything that I touched in the store.
And that's exactly what happened. That's why I texted you right away. And I was like, remind me to do an impression of the girl doing the vocal fry. I walk in, and I gotta tell me if there's anything I can help you with. Yeah, no, I'm good. And then after like a minute, she goes, are you looking for anything specific? And I was like, yes. Do you have a shirt that says Namaste or a dress from the Shelley Duvall collection from circa Popeye 1989? I don't even know where to begin on what I'd be looking for in yours. Yes, I'm looking for a pair of red patent leather pants. Do you have those? Oh, you do, but it's only in one size.
But isn't that usually, if you're going shopping and you kind of know exactly what you want, there's that type of person when they go in, it's almost like they're like sifting through everything, and then that's when Vocal Fry would come and be like, "Are you looking for something?
Can I help you for something?" Like
And
you
then
don't
you'd
have
say-
anything in your
you'd say,
store.
I'm looking for like a black shirt. We don't have that. Great. Then you turn around.
Done.
And you're.
Somebody who's all business, but that's not me or people in general.
I think they are.
Really? Like
Sometimes-
I'm going in just looking for a black shirt. I mean, I have that
Well, no,
experience
I'm
sometimes.
not a school
but
shooter. I'm just going. I'm like if
I'm
I
looking
know,
for all your turtlenecks.
like, do you have like if I'm looking for jeans today? Do you guys have men's jeans here? We have women's jeans that you could wear. If it
Good
was a man.
information gotten. I'm leaving.
Right. So no.
But
The
there was
answer is no.
nothing in this store at all that would make me be like, yes, I need a lace bra that's going to show through
But
just
you're
the
not
top
really
of a
shopping
shirt that
for
has
need.
one arm.
You're just kind of browsing.
Yeah, can't we just browse
So you're
anymore?
just kind of like catalog shopping.
Oh
but
yeah, I
like
didn't go
real
in like I was, I wasn't like, I gotta get that weird Popeye dress. I gotta get that. Do you have any shirts with lemons? Only lemons on them.
I want to dress
that's-
like one of the orphans in Annie. Do you have any of those dresses? The right. Do you want clean or dirty?
Do you have a pair of pants that has the print from the carpet in the movie The Shining? Where is it?
We have the Joyce DeWitt tights. If you
Oh,
like
thank
those.
God. That's exactly what I was looking for. That's why I came into this boutique. I was looking for the Joyce DeWitt. Like, do you have any of those paper bag pants that people were wearing for about 2 minutes? And then everybody heated up on their hips and ass and decided this was a bad
Are you
fashion
talking about
choice.
the harem pants?
Oh, we could do that too. Yes, do you have a pair of MC Hammer harem pants? Do you have anything that buttons in the front right over my crotch, maybe?
Anything to make sure that everyone knows that I have a huge fat ass, and now I'm
Yes, whatever can
just-
draw attention
just
to my ass.
A hurricane of fabric around it.
That's what I'm going to answer next time somebody says, are you looking for anything specific?
A lozenger. That's what I'm
That's
looking
what
for.
I'm looking for. A vocal coach. Do you have one? Then get one. Please. I'm begging you,
You
ma'am.
pull out your Rolodex from like 1983. I've got a perfect one.
Her name is Linda. She's great. She works in the Boston area.
And while
She
we're
can help
at
you
it,
resolve this.
This is Terry. She does bangs because clearly you need it.
Do you
And
need anything? I need for you to speak on your voice, ma'am. Okay? And I'm speaking on my voice right now to welcome you. Welcome to Dear Pod, the comedy advice podcast. I'm your host, Justin Baldoni.
And I am Blake Lively.
Oof, and we are not coming to you together ever again. But we are coming to you from the Maha'a Bar on the beautiful Pineapple Ranch. Can I hear it? Good. Cough into the hand. Cough into the hand. Now run it through my hair. Give me a noogie. Hey, little buddy, how you doing?
I think that would be my response.
This is why you have to watch us on YouTube so you can see our hilarious act outs because we're fantastic. YouTube.com/DearPodOfficial. That's my kind way of saying follow us on all your social medias at DearPodOfficial on your Insta and your face at DearPod on TikTok. Check out the YouTube like I just said. We also have a website, but it's hot garbage and we're working on it. So until we
then
start
don't
touring
check
it,
it out.
so go near it and then walk away. It's how I feel when I order a martini and I say super dry. What I want you to do is look at the vermouth and then look away from it. Look away.
The whisper of
I don't even want you to touch it. Just don't acknowledge it. It's like a gay son. I don't want to acknowledge that vermouth. And you
This
putting
hurts.
my hand in front of your face. That's right. That's my co-host Patty O'Brien. We're here today. to tell you to email us, dearpodofficial@gmail.com, or slide into our DRMs. It's Saturday
These are
morning,
my
everybody,
DRMs.
and I haven't started drinking my DRMs yet. Dear Pod.
I haven't gotten any DRMs today.
Oh, dear Pod, we're going to have some later, along with some H and some special K and anything else that has a letter. I've said too much. Patreon.com, and email us, dearpodofficial@gmail.com, or slide into our DMs at dearpodofficial. Send us an advice question if you would like it answered right here on the air. And update, good people, good fans who have been watching us for a little while. We're going to be adding some extra special new twists and turns into the format of Dear Pod, so keep your eyes out for that. There is going to be new ways for you to contact us and give us your advice questions if you would like us unqualified jackasses to answer it on the air. Unofficial experts at nothing and everything, except for like Goonies or anything topical from the 80s. I'm an expert at that. I think it's coming back, ladies and gents. Get excited. But every week so far, we read the advice articles of Ann Landers and Dear Abby. Something everybody knows about, these old advice articles where people would write in for ridiculous advice, and we like to unearth them and give them to you. Advice.
That's what we do.
We're advice, but we're switching it up a little bit. So get excited, everybody. More advice coming to you more all the time.
Okay. So we're going against the advice that we talked about last night.
Okay, which is don't say anything that I've just said. But now you know. There you have it. So this week, we have what we like to call a grab bag.
Glad we had that meeting.
I'm so glad we had that meeting that I've ignored all of our wisdom. But that's okay. It's okay. We have editing. The situation is fluid.
It's a new Aaron-only cooking show.
The situation is like everybody's gender, fluid. Everybody. I'm rolling out a whole new... I would love to see my cooking show. I'm just saying.
It'd be like at Vanguard, where it's just that microwave. Vanguard wine bar.
My cooking show would just be open bag. It's like a series of me cutting
like
bags and opening boxes.
Sharon Mermaids. It's just all appetizer
It's
food.
just me calling DoorDash.
Oh, I got these at Costco. I forgot to defrost them.
Oh, I'm like the next level Sandra Lee. That's all Sandra Lee ever did was just to open boxes and place things on top of other things. It's just me making a sandwich for 30 straight minutes.
Yeah, and then like a scorching cocktail.
Oh,
where
yeah,
it didn't really fucking
I
matter
know.
what she made.
She was like, if you can get your hands on some Everclear, get it. I used to date Andrew Cuomo, so I know what it's like to want to be drunk from morning to night.
I'm having a pool party, so here's what you take 1 jar of absinthe, 1 jar of Everclear, a jar of moonshine, some Crystal Light, spin it together, add some blueberries, add some strawberries, add some lemon, spin it again, put some Bacardi 151 on top,
Light it on fire.
go to the pool, and then serve everyone while they're diving.
Oh, did I mention rubbing alcohol?
Yeah.
I like to call this the Betty Ford, everybody. I love it. You get invited over to Sandra Lee's house, and it's just a group suicide. That's all.
It's
What
like,
happened here?
Feel
Sandra
free to-
Lee made us a drink.
I bought all these purple jumpsuits and white sneakers. Everybody put them on.
Purple jumpsuits. I will not, ma'am. I also like that Sandra Lee always had a gay on with her.
She did?
Yes.
I
She
never
had
really
like
made it through these cooking shows. I saw like her beginning in this insufferable cute kitchen, which I was like, you don't live here.
But here's what I like about her is that she looked very Holly Hobby from the outside, but then she
she's
could
not.
put them down,
Right. but
which
don't
I can
think-
appreciate.
Right.
Yeah.
But all these
She
people-
would drink rubbing alcohol, and I'd be like,
Sure,
you know
why
what?
not?
I'm here for this.
But I think they all start out like, I'm super sweet. And then you find out.
Yeah, it's
oh,
White
you're
Lotus.
super asshole.
Oh, she's not an asshole.
Are you sure?
I don't think she was. I think she dated Andrew Cuomo, who was the asshole, but she was not an asshole.
I don't know if
Don't
he
you
was an
come for
asshole.
Sandra Lee right now.
I don't know anything about her.
Let's see if we can get her as a guest on the show.
Sure.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. If Sandra
But the
Lee
thing
came
is-
down here and made a rubbing alcohol drink for us.
And a cake at the same time. There's no shame in what she did because that makes sense for a lot of people. Like, you go and get this cake. It takes about 5 seconds to make.
Yes.
And then you just make it your own. So everyone thinks that you're really good at hosting. Great.
All she did was buy a cake that was already made and
How
put
is it-
sprinkles on it
How
and
is it
pass
any
it off
different
as
than
her
when
own.
people do IKEA hacks? It's like, oh, what a great bookcase. Oh, yeah, it's actually a bookcase from IKEA, but then you just dressed it up and made it look more expensive.
You can do that?
Yeah. It's like
I don't know
IKEA hacks
anything
if you ever
about it.
Google that.
Okay.
Not that I've done it.
I look forward to gently sitting on a sofa next time I go to visit you because
Please don't drop your ass.
whatever
down
you
on
do, just do a wall sit going all the way down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do one of those yoga moves. So this week, you guys, we have a grab bag week. And what does that mean for newbies who have not come to our podcast before? Which, by the way, we have 1 million podcasts on Apple iTunes from 4 years ago. Well, for the past 4 years.
Correct.
So you should check that out. That was before YouTube was like a thing for us, at least. So check it out on iTunes. Oh, and rate, review, subscribe. Do all the things. Smash the buttons. Smash my buttons.
And send your questions.
A little further and send your questions in to us. So every week we pick a theme, usually. Marriage, fighting,
Gynecology.
gays. Yes. I'm sorry, did I out you?
You've done this twice.
I know. I'm having a rough Saturday, everybody.
Homosexuals.
It's really extra. Guys with
Monkeypox.
amazing tits. Whatever the theme is. But this
Small
week,
balls.
it is grab bag week, which means that we get to pick whatever we want and we just throw an article at each other. We read the article and then we go from there.
Right. Thank you.
Do you think that I've explained the rules of the road of the grab
think
bag
so.
week
I've
well
heard them
enough?
now.
Then read me an article, goddammit, it, before I implode.
Before I do that, I want to bring up, because we were talking about you stepping in human feces.
Yes.
Did you read Gothamist, where they're now trying to find or trying to create a bathroom guide for New York City? So
Like
people,
how to use?
because everyone's closing their bathrooms, like Starbucks, or you have to buy something.
Yeah.
So there's no public bathroom. So everyone is just like,
Where do you go in a pinch?
oh my God. Right. Because if you're pinching, that pinch is going to explode.
Well,
So
they're
where do you
they're
go?
late to the game because Charmin used to have an app that I had downloaded that tells you the nearest bathroom. I kid you not.
I'm assuming that is outdated by now. Because
Oh, yes. Well, this was pre-pandemic. So this was back when we kind of trusted each other, and that was before fentanyl was
Correct.
trending. And you didn't want to open your bathroom to somebody who could do some H in there and
right.
lay a...
An atom
steamer.
bomb, and then
Exactly.
have to remove all the tile.
Exactly. And then
From
you
that
have to
bathroom.
read... Yes. People are redesigning their bathroom.
Right. So we're spending an awful lot of money on creating a bathroom guide for New Yorkers on the go who...
I am behind this.
Yeah.
Pun absolutely intended. I need to know where bathrooms are.
Why?
Why do I need to know?
Know that here's a guide. If you're around Columbus Circle, there's a bathroom in Columbus Circle.
Yeah. I know
Right.
where it is. I'll tell you where it is.
Yes.
Do you want to know?
No, I already know where it is.
Okay, you say.
It's in the bathroom. The bathroom is in the bathroom of
What do you-
Columbus Circle. It's in the mall.
It's in the time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's in the
I didn't
Time
say-
Warner building.
Well, I didn't think it was in the middle of Columbus Circle, where the roundabout.
Yeah, but okay, go.
Everyone just taking a
go
dump
ahead,
when the
test me
skaters-
right now. Name a neighborhood in
Herald
New York,
Square.
and I'll tell you where the bathroom is. It's in Macy's.
Right.
Like a better bathroom to go into.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, just
But you
pick
have to
the
like go
shopping
up.
centers.
You have to go into the bowels of a
Yes.
building to find the good bathroom. I'm looking for a good bathroom, preferably one that has a seating area in it.
Listen,
That's
if
a good
I
bathroom.
need to use a public restroom at this point, I don't give a shit what's in it.
Well, just go on the street. Everybody else does.
I have some dignity.
But I can tell
What's
that a
left of it?
bathroom is more dignified if when I walk in, there's like a living room set there first.
Okay, then you're at someone's living room. Then
I also
don't
want to know who's casually sitting on these couches in the bathroom while people are taking a dump 5
No
feet
one is,
from you.
because everyone is standing on top of themselves, dancing left and right as if they're doing a jig to make sure
They're
that
doing
they
deep
don't,
knee bends, a
Right.
squat. But
that they don't stain that sofa.
But I can tell that I'm going to have a more enjoyable bathroom experience if when I walk in, I see a sofa selection.
in case you pass out.
No,
from
I
the
just
strain?
as long as I know that there's sofas in there, it's a company's way of signaling to you this is a good bathroom to use. We have taken the time
You're
to put in a
bougie
seating
bathroom
area.
bitch.
I am a BBB, Better Business Bureau's bougie bathroom bitch, And if you want to know where the best bathrooms are in New York, email me, dearpodofficial@gmail.com, or slide into our DMs at DMs. I did it again.
Let's stop
Read your
talking.
article.
This is from the Greenwood Commonwealth, Greenwood, Mississippi, May 3rd, 1985. Dear Abby, all the employees of the restaurant where I recently took a job as cashier went to a nightclub to celebrate the birthdays of those of us who were born in March. First, a young girl came out and did a singing telegram number that turned out to be a striptease, but that wasn't too bad. Then a man ran out on the stage wearing a false face mask with long gray hair attached to it. He danced around, removing first his mask, next his shirt, then his shoes and socks. Then he took off his trousers, revealing a pair of shorts on which was printed some vulgar messages. He continued his dancing, left the stage, and came out into the audience making a lot of sexy movements, twisting his buttocks in everybody's face. Pretty soon he was down to a G-string, and when that came off, he was bare naked except for a garter around his neck. That's dangerous.
Is this, wait, just real pause. Is this an office party?
I don't know these people.
Okay,
I'm just reading
but
the letter. I'm reading
you
the letter.
said what it was.
Yes.
They're at an office party, and this has happened.
She's a
This is-
cashier. Yes.
So they're all out for the March birthdays. I just need to really clarify this.
All the cashiers at Zare are out at this place having pizza and clearly
And so this is one of
some hepatitis.
the guys that's in the office.
No, Aaron, no.
See, this is why I needed clarification.
They went to a nightclub to celebrate the birthdays of those who were born in March.
I thought that this was a guy who worked at Zare with them.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm not
go
doing
ahead.
this. Let's back up. He continued his dancing, left the stage, and came out into the audience, making a lot of sexy movements, twisting his buttocks in everybody's face. Pretty soon, he was down to a G-string, and when that came off, he was very naked except for a garter around his neck, which then I said, dangerous because you have a garter around your neck.
Okay,
You could
I like
pass
this
out.
replay. Go ahead.
Abby, I've been married for 18 years, and the only man I've ever seen naked was my husband.
Ugh,
Sorry about that.
I know.
If I had been told what was coming and asked if I wanted to leave, I would have left. But I had to sit there for the whole show, which lasted 30 minutes. The entire audience was laughing and screaming. I wanted to crawl into a hole. This woman does not know what she's writing.
Is this my mother writing this?
Right.
Unintentionally
I wanted to crawl into his hole.
I mean, I
Lick
wanted to
it
crawl
dry.
into a hairy hole and die.
What are my constitutional rights? At least movies are rated so people know what to expect. Why not nightclub entertainment? Signed, Disgusted in Illinois.
I don't think the Constitution covered that. I don't think in 1776 they were like, put in a clause about men with hairy asses just whipping their schlong out at a nightclub.
And the reporter was like, can you say that one more time?
Can you spell schlong? Okay, thank you. Go on.
Where would one find this man?
But
sir?
remember, it's also a quill, so they're dipping in the... Okay.
Mr. Jefferson, where would such a person be?
Virginia, you say? I love 14th colony.
Dear Disgusted, minors are protected under the law, but it is assumed that adults who go to such clubs know what kind of entertainment to expect. The moment you felt uncomfortable, you had a constitutional right to walk out.
We really need to leave the Constitution out of this whole question. I don't think that the Constitution comes into play on this.
I agree.
I want to see the Schlong Amendment.
Yeah.
You know, and frankly, everybody's screaming about the First and Second Amendment lately. I want this amendment in there.
Okay.
Point to this amendment with your teeth.
Point to this amendment with your teeth, please.
Frankly, I would love any
This
office
is
outing.
this is a lickable amendment. Everybody try it.
It's a
before we
scratch and
pass it.
sniff. Before we approve this, give
Go
it
to
to
the
Franklin.
glory hole wall and find that amendment.
Lincoln's gonna love this one, everybody. The glory hole. I would love the idea of an office party that went accidentally to a strip club, because that's what it sounds like what happened.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a variety show.
They were like, I don't know why. I don't know why you guys thought that this was a gay bar. It's called the Ramrod. I didn't expect anything to
Didn't know what was
happen.
coming.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever want to go to a company. I don't know the last time we went to a company party, but unless
Can't imagine your company party.
I can't.
Also, can you imagine a stand-up comedy comedy party.
What?
Like
you
if
talking
stand-up comedians went to a company party,
Like my company party?
like just us, it would be a lot. What I'm saying is that somebody would get arrested. There'd be a lawsuit. So go on.
First of all, I don't know the last time I went out with people from work. It's because I've been doing what I'm doing for so long. But I think when I went out, when I worked for Ralph Lauren, it seemed weird. It's like we've all worked really long. Some of
Why
us
do you
don't
want to see each other at the end of the day?
Correct.
Uh-huh.
You probably don't like me. I know I don't like you. I don't even want to be here.
I don't want to wear that poncho. No. It's a lot of people wearing red, white, and blue at that party.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, everyone's like best friends because they're drunk. And I'm like, wait, I didn't forget what happened.
I didn't forget that you took my stapler.
Yeah, this isn't
Don't
Men
try to
in Black.
pretend.
You didn't just erase the last, 3 weeks.
But also, I like the idea that somebody would be organizing this party, being like, we're going to meet at the Bada Bing. And, it's supposed to be a place that has a great buffet.
Yeah.
Who did their due diligence in picking this spot?
You guys, I have always passed the fuzzy clam on the way to work. And I just think it's a great...
I hear that they have a great seafood buffet. So let's say it's Carl's birthday.
No one's ever there. It seems like, from the outside, great music.
I know. In the
There was
like
this
at
ripped
5
fella
o'clock.
that went in. Maybe
Yeah.
it's Patrick Swayze. Maybe this is Roadhouse. I
They
don't know.
look like they have security out front. It feels like a nice, safe place to go and have a good drink after work, everybody. Yes. I'll meet you at the clam. I assume they have clams.
I wouldn't eat that if I were you.
Well, see, best seafood buffet at the Fuzzy Clam. Don't eat the clams or the oysters or anything.
That would just
And
be
please
the-
don't touch the walls.
That'd be the whole time. No.
I'm good.
Oh, you can eat shrimp. Oh, no. No.
I just
Mussels?
like.
Oh, no,
I
I'm
like
good.
the idea of. Have you ever been to a strip club?
Yeah.
Oh wait, we've talked about that, right?
Yeah.
But like in a funny way.
What's funny?
Like in a, oh my God, we're out having fun. It's going to be funny if we, like, why don't we just go to a funny strip club?
You mean like go to someone's place
Like
of
a
work and
bachelor
they make
party.
fun of them?
Yes, totally.
No, I don't do that.
Like I went
It's
to
like
that
when
one strip
Bachelorettes
club.
comes to gay bars and then make fun of us.
Exactly.
And then vote against our human rights. Yeah, I've been on the
It's-
receiving end of that. But
It's a comedy podcast, everybody. How you doing? Good morning, everyone. But like a strip club where people go in like looking to have a raucous, ridiculous good time.
you mean like cocaine and blowing money
Yeah,
all
cocaine and strippers and just like having a grand old time, laughs. Also, I like that this guy, part of his strip look was that he had a gray wig attached to a hat. Like the Guy Fieri things, those like visors that had
with
the spiky hair.
Yeah. Like, what is this, Into the Woods or something, where he goes to like a decrepit
Yes,
little
what
witch
is
and all
this?
to like, yeah, eat my asshole. Wait, wow.
You guys, that was actually what Stephen Sondheim wrote. Funny fact.
Check the notes. Check the notes.
You had to look really hard. Well, maybe
mean,
not too hard.
If you read the script,
It was there. Little Red sang it. I don't know. They changed it for
Listen.
Out of Town.
just read Finishing the Hat. Okay?
All right, I have an
believe you
article
didn't.
for you. Speaking of finishing, let me finish the hat, everybody.
He had a garter around his neck, which he was asphyxiating himself.
Which, if that's what you're into, that's fine.
Someone was like, "Your mother's here." What? Give me that garter. Just
Wait,
like-
what's a garter? Isn't it like
It usually goes around your
your
thigh.
lie? Yeah,
Your what?
your lie. You guys, I'm having a really rough Saturday. I mean, I'm like sweating and then I'm cold. Is this perimenopause? I don't know.
Perry who?
Perry Mason's menopause. It's a very different. I'm gonna discover if you're in menopause. We're gonna search all the way to the ends of the earth.
Or inside. Anyway.
I can't wait to get ads for that on my phone. All right, everybody, I have an article for you. Speaking of perimenopause, this comes from the Expositor. Where is it from? Oh, Ontario, Canada. May 23rd, 1975. Panty girdle helps him. Dear Anlanders, I was interested in a letter from Barney's friend who said he had been wearing pantyhose and a girdle ever since his wife found them in the glove compartment of his car. I am a normal, healthy male. I don't wear pantyhose, but I wear a panty girdle. I intend to keep on wearing one. My doctor recommended it for a back problem, and it has done me a world of good.
Sure, Carl.
To whatever you say, Carl. That's it. Back problem. Carl, it's been 20 years since that happened.
Leave it alone!
Don't touch it! The good news is that men can now buy panty girdles without going into the ladies' lingerie department. They are offered through at least one leading mail-order catalog. I hope in the not-too-distant future all men's stores will stock panty girdles and display them with the conventional type of men's underwear. It's high time men enjoyed the right to purchase any kind of undergarments for any reason without being labeled gay.
You know what?
I'm straight as a string, and I'll fight anybody who tries to take away my panty girdle. Signed firm, solid, and pain-free.
String is only straight when you pull it. Sorry.
Put that on a t-shirt, everybody. Just saying. Just saying. Dear Free, that letter from Barney's friend was an eye-opener. I had no idea so many truck drivers, construction workers, and business executives wore girdles. All who wrote, and there were dozens, assured me that there was no lace on their girdles and their back problems had improved considerably. One man confided, when my wife was pregnant, she wore my shorts and I wore her girdle. We were both very comfortable. Unisex is here to stay. Anne.
Did you say panty girdle?
Panty.
So what's a panty
One of my
girdle?
worst words ever. A panty girdle is...
I know what a girdle is.
Yes, it's like you pull them up like undies, but then it just goes a little bit further. It sucks all your junk in. It's what the Kardashians have made a bajillion dollars on, and yes, I have Skims myself.
Okay, no one was asking these questions.
Okay, I got a little bit sensitive. I
I simply was asking what the hell he was talking about.
Yes, it's a pull-up.
And then you got very defensive about
I was just explaining what a panty girdle was.
until you got defensive.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it about me.
Well,
But it is a podcast, and it's all about me. Oh, and you. When did you get here?
I just got
Just walked down. I'm just here. Just here for eye candy.
I'm just sweeping up the poop.
You've worn like a. You ever wear like a something to make you feel tight and contained?
Huh? Oh, maybe like when I first came out and my jeans were so fucking tight that I was
Different.
probably going to knock someone's eye out if the button popped off.
First of all, these guys 100% are living their best Casa Valentina life.
Yes.
Yes, they're like, I'm not gay, but this bra looks so fantastic on me.
He's got like the cones with the tassel.
Yes, the Madonna
No.
bra.
My doctor told me I should have
My
this.
doctor said, I have shoulder problems, and this is
So
going
I
to
just-
just fix it.
Yeah, if I can just get them going, it'll
Yeah.
really like...
My doctor said that I need to wear this for 30 minutes every day, and I need to shimmy my shoulders until the tassels start going. It's for my, I am L4, L5.
Yeah, it's because that, and but then I don't understand. Why are you listening to Madonna's "Open Your Heart"?
He said
It's
that
just-
it's all part of, it's in the prescription. Do you want to see the prescription that he wrote for me?
No. I'm just asking.
Okay, now I need to do 30 minutes in the other direction.
So, but you're also dancing in a circle
Yeah.
at that porno shop down the street,
Yeah. It's all in the prescription.
like the nickel booths.
Yes.
Okay,
This is
I'm
what
just
he told
questioning-
me
I'm
what
just-
to-
I just have a question. So
Yes.
that's part of the.
And why,
Is
why,
that physical therapy?
and you can see here that he wrote, open your heart. He wants me to dance to open your heart.
No,
and
no,
I
I'm just
get
asking.
dollars.
I'm just saying because you're just a truck driver.
Yeah.
I just don't know. All of a sudden now,
No, I just do what a doctor tells me.
so you're not a stripper
No,
for gay men.
no.
Just wondering.
Just because it's called the ramrod doesn't. This
Okay,
is what
I'm
he
just-
Look, this is all in the paper
I'm
here.
not a doctor. I don't know.
The prescription is 5 pages long.
It just seems strange that you dyed your hair that color, but then you left your eyebrows that dark.
That's on the 6th page of the prescription. Yeah.
The ruby red.
And you
lipstick.
left your eyebrows that dark. She started a trend. I will go to the mat for Madonna, but that has nothing to. She wears lots of panty girdles. Let me tell you something about the gird, because I wear the gird every now and then. Shapewear, huge right now. Like waist trainers coming back in. I fully think, and I'm predicting this here right now, that the corset, like a full, like snatched waist corset, that will come back within the next year or two.
Yeah. Well,
They
fluctuates.
yeah, it does. But like people trying to like snatch waist. Snatch waist is a big thing right now.
Waist or wastes?
Waists.
Okay.
Oh, WAIST, not WASTE.
Because
That's a great ad campaign for the EPA. We want to snatch waist.
ASTE.
Do you want any help searching for a panty girdle or anything? Can you help me? Yes. Yes, I want a panty girdle that's made out of cheesecake. What is this store?
I don't understand. I've never been into
Undergarments that suck you in and shape you?
that
Okay.
or lace. Not into it.
Not a big
Remember that
lace fan.
summer when every guy was wearing like a lace shirt?
No, excuse me? Did I miss a
pearls.
meeting?
Yeah.
Wait, what? What? I'm sorry, what?
The
They were
pearl-
wearing pearl necklaces and lace shirts?
Yeah.
Did I fall down a K-hole? Where was I?
I don't know where you were.
Where
do
was
I
this
know where you were?
happening? Why I've never seen this before?
It's like everyone was wearing it. It was like, it's just like a fad, I guess, like hypercolor.
Where the fuck were you that lace shirts and
I'm a homosexual in New York City.
Okay,
It's all over the
valid.
place.
Okay,
There's
so
one, it's like
there's
when-
nobody in Idaho just casually walking down the street with a lace
It's
shirt
like
and a
it's no
pearl
different than
necklace.
when girls started wearing tiaras if they all thought they were princess. Because
When did that happen? Where have I been?
I don't understand.
Am I like Rip Van Winkle? Am I sleeping through all the
I
trends?
guess.
I got
Wake
the
up,
high waist.
sister!
I got the high waist pants. What more do you want from me? I'm not gonna wear a crop top. I am beyond the age of the crop top.
Cut to next year.
But I
You're
lean
wearing
into a panty girdle.
You'll be wearing one of those.
A bandeau.
Is it the band or the napkin top?
Yes.
That's.
Oh, they're in right now.
So
That-
unsightly.
I know.
You're wearing a napkin.
You don't need to see my midriff anymore.
No, I mean it just looks like you just went to some restaurant and forgot to take your napkin off.
Oh, and then you
Or-
do this, and then you flash everybody in the restaurant.
then
You
your
go to
nipples are looking
Cheesecake
at you.
Factory, and you're like, well, that was a fantastic plate of spaghetti. Boop, boop. Get that little boy out of the Cheesecake Factory. Sir, we need you to leave.
Tell that boy there that we need our napkin back.
And leave your napkin before you go. Okay. Da, 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 da.
Here, give him that napkin back. Give him that.
Spin it again. Spin it again. L4, L5. Doctor. Oh my God. If you're not watching YouTube / Dear Pod Official right now, you are missing out on some good act outs by Patty. His breasts look fantastic, everybody.
Thanks.
You know what it's time for, I think?
I don't know.
I think it's time to hear from the people.
What
The
people?
people who wear the panty girdles. The people out there. It's
Jim, let's talk about your panty gurgle.
Well, you know what? That's not a bad question before we move on. Julesy, have you ever worn an undergarment
Other than
that
your
sucks
underwear.
you in?
No,
You've never like. were
Look me in
cast
the
of
eye
Moulin
when you
Rouge?
answer that.
no.
Really?
I would,
Okay.
I would have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you've never been tempted to like suck everything in with a little shapewear?
No,
Or wear like pantyhose just to walk around the house.
no.
You've worn pantyhose. You were a
Show.
clown
In a show I did.
in a show.
What show was it?
Rocky Horror.
Was it just here
Oh,
at the
and
house?
Some Like It Hot.
And you wore okay.
Okay, so I guess you
So
lied.
you yeah.
So we
So
started
you
the question
experienced what this
with
is.
line,
And you wore a
now-
corset in Rocky Horror probably, right?
Okay, so let's
Yes.
There we go. You wore a bra.
let's go back. We've asked you a question about if you wore it. You said no. Mr. Clinton said no several times until we revealed.
I don't know what these things.
Look, I watch a lot of court cases and I'd be like, "Sir, you just perjured yourself on the stand.
So basically, you have.
Did you look fantastic?"
Did you
Yes.
take pictures?
Yes.
Did you take glamour shots of yourself?
I wouldn't
Did you
say
do
that.
like a peekaboo shot?
Ooh, over the shoulder, boulder holder. Well, I've learned too much about Jules today, ladies and gentlemen, so let me learn something about you.
Here's the thing: you ask someone enough questions, you're
You
gonna
get to the
your
bottom.
answer.
You get to the
gonna
bottom
get
of their
that
bottom.
answer.
Are you a bottom? See?
Have
Not
you ever
answering.
had gay sex? If we could do this all,
All
day,
day.
long.
I
No,
love
have
this
you ever
game.
kissed a man? No. Well, I did it in that one show.
Exact-
And then
okay,
there was
Your
that one
Honor.
time after. Okay.
Okay. Didn't mean casually off stage.
I hope it wasn't in a tent.
It's time for Instagram mail, Instagram mail. We're
Having
answering
gay sex
questions.
in the tent for the first time.
And
You better
if you're
have
into
a
that,
candle
that's
and maybe some
totally fine.
Lysol.
Will you pull up your panty girdle? I feel supported. I feel supported by you. Support us, dearpodofficial@gmail.com, or slide into our DMs at dearpodofficial. Send us an Instagram mail question if you would like it answered by two of us unqualified, unprofessional jackasses on the air. Patty, hit
Yes,
us with the
ma'am.
Instagram mail question
Okay.
this week. And then
Okay.
hit me hard.
Take a whack at
I just want something to hit it. I want to hit it hard.
Dear Pod, my friend is a hardcore activist. It feels like she's out every other day protesting. She's always pushing me to go with her. I went to a couple, but I got activist fatigue really fast and had to start saying no to preserve my health. She makes me feel guilty every time I decline an offer to march in the cold rain. How can I tell my friend I'm not a bad person? This just isn't my thing. Signed, Susan Sarandon.
That's a good sign off.
That's so good.
Am I right?
Dear Susan, protest yourself, don't wreck yourself, and remember to self yourself. At the end of the day, it's all about you and what you're comfortable doing. Being an active activist can be exhausting. There's always going to be something to picket, boycott, and burn down pretty much every day. If that's your friend's kink, let them have at it. If you can't fight the good fight, every fight, that's okay too. I too feel like I should do more and speak louder, but at the same time, maybe I got a job to do. And other things I like to do, like shower, write fan mail to the cast of WKRP in Cincinnati, perfect my Irish exit, and of course, know what to expect when I'm expecting. Expecting what? I don't know. If I lived my life in protest and being pissed off all day, I'd be Corey Feldman, and there's only one Corey Feldman.
Oh my God.
Baby, if you can't match your friend, then tell them that while you can support all the things, you can't physically do all the things. If your heart's not into it, you're just going to end up like being a housewife releasing a single, some half-baked moaning into a microphone in between drags of a cigarette, thinking you're Ella Fitzgerald, when in fact you just sound more like a bag of cats drowning in a hot tub. Do what you can do and what calls you to do it, and do that well. If you like to protest by calling up your local leaders and asking them if their refrigerator is running, do that. If you're awesome at painting signs that say, "Get your mitts off my tits," make that sign. If you want to sit in Central Park and recite from the vagina monologues dressed as a vagina, stand in your light. You do you, and only do what's good for you. Don't let anyone bully you into bullying anyone else that you aren't ready to bully. But if by chance I call on you to bully my childhood bully, I expect you to be locked and loaded and eviscerate their bloodline. Joyful, joyful.
Money can't buy you class. I selfed myself the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good advice.
I think
Good
that was
words
like
of
a
wisdom.
Jan Van Zandt. Self yourself.
Self yourself. She just keeps saying self. I don't know what.
Gotta self yourself. I have been saying that since the Jan Van Zandt show.
Did she really say that? That's
I
actually her.
believe so, yeah.
I'm just impressed that you can pronounce Ayanla Van
Van
Zandt.
Zandt, yeah.
She related to Gus? I don't know. Here's what Ann has to say. Dear Sue, I'm with you. Protesting isn't my thing either. Mostly because I don't want to make a sign. All these protests, you know who really wins? Hobby Lobby. Craft stores. You know whose stock never goes down? Michael's. Every time there's civil unrest, some woman named Diane from Econocrafts gets fired up. They're taking away women's rights. Quick, get the pink markers, the pink poster board. If you're going to fight the man, you'll need a glitter pen. I'm convinced these places are starting the protest to move crayons. They're paint pushers. It's big craft. Are they crisis actors? No, they're hobby lobbyists. How crafty will these protests get? Will folks march and scrapbook, angry crocheting, a dried flower arrangement that says no justice, no peace? I don't care how angry I get. I'm not angry enough to make a sign. I didn't even make a sign for my last yard sale. I just put the stuff out on the lawn and let people figure it out on their own. I don't even remember what the question was. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. How do you tell your friend you're not a bad person? You're not. You have to believe that for yourself. Like my college roommate, Eleanor Roosevelt, said, people will only make you feel bad if you let them. So instead of drawing lines on cardboard, draw your line in the sand. Tell your pal to respect your right. You respect her right to march, and she should respect your right not to. Activism comes in all forms. You can boycott, write petitions, make art. I personally love a sit-in because it involves me doing what I do best, sitting on my ass. Just don't make me chant. I'm not a chanter. I don't do call and response. What do we want? For you to shut up. When do we want it? Last Tuesday. So when it comes to demonstrating, simply tell your friend, my body, my choice. That should shut her up. Good luck, you activist pal of mine, and happy doubling down. And
Who's Street, Meryl Streep? Who's Street, Meryl Streep?
now that's a chant I can get behind.
Unfortunately, that was a chant that I was doing when I was marching way back when.
And did anybody join you?
Not really. I mean, I was the only one answering.
Was Meryl Streep there?
She might have been.
That would have been
because
amazing.
we were all wearing masks.
Who's Hanks? Tom Hanks. Just keep changing out. Nobody would ever know. I would be the shittiest chanter. What do we want? Whatever you want.
A burger with fries and maybe a Diet Coke.
What do we want? To go home. I'm not a chanter.
I have to say, though, you tour the city. It's kind of nice in bulk.
Oh, yeah. Somebody did say that they got caught up in a protest, like a march, a rally or whatever, and it was like a nice way to get downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like it's sort of, I'm just going with the flow here.
One day
I walked
think
with
was-
some friends.
Yeah, I don't know how much I walked, but I was like, I think I started out,
That was 2020
Downtown.
was the summer of cardio.
yes, because I was downtown, I was uptown, I was in the East River. I was like, where am I?
You're like, I have seen parts of New York that I never see. This
Famous
protest
last
has
words,
taken
I'll
me.
be right back. And next thing you know.
This protest took me to the Bronx. Do you know they have some really lovely parks up there? That's great. That's
was
one way to
crazy.
see a city.
Yeah.
Oh, I smell that. That smells fantastic. Do you
Thank
smell?
you.
Thanks.
I had salami.
I can't with a cured meat, everybody. But you know what I can do? I can drink like a champ. I can put them down. Can you? Not really anymore. Patty and I had 2 glasses of wine each last night, and then we talked to each other about how our bodies can't handle it anymore. Is that middle age? Middle age is not being able to drink as much as
Well,
you
I
used to be
probably
able
should
to?
have done like horrible cardio before
I really thought you were going to say Coke.
I shouldn't have
I
done
should have done
cocaine.
Coke before I got there. You wait to do that until after the drinks. Everybody knows that. See you at Limelight.
Stupid.
It's time, everybody. It's time for a specialty cocktail, specialty drink. We can put them down. I'll never have wine again.
I had this spoiled yogurt.
Someone tell me where the nearest bathroom is.
I'm
It's
asking
at
for
the
a
Time
friend,
Warner
but if
building.
you don't see me running
I
down the
downloaded
street
the
with
Charmin
my-
app that tells me where to go, where's a safe place to go to the bathroom, and does it have a living room space?
But the Charmin app is really only for bears that shit in the woods.
Does a
'cause it's
bear
only
shit in the
about
woods
bears.
and then have a QR code? I think they do. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited for this week's specialty cocktail. Oh, I'm having a day, everybody. I am very excited for this week's specialty cocktail, which is the Fathertime Fizz. That is right. Okay, James Jules Ferris and Jim Gaffigan walk into a distillery. Oh, sorry. This isn't the start of a joke. I would just like this to happen. For this, you will need 2 ounces of Fathertime Twins bourbon, 1/2 ounce simple syrup, the juice of 1 fresh lemon, 1 teaspoon of orange curacao, and 6 ounces of lemonade. All right, here's what you're going to want to do. In a cocktail shaker, add bourbon, simple syrup, and lemon juice. Add ice and shake.
Shake, shake,
Keep
shake,
shaking.
Sonora.
Shake it all the time. Then you strain into a bar glass filled halfway with crushed ice. Add the curacao, pour the lemonade into a Collins glass, and pour the contents of the bar glass into it. That's very confusing, but you just pour all this stuff together, right? You just pour it, right? Here are the tasting notes. This week, we pour a little bit of celebrity into our cocktail shaker. Ryan Reynolds has Aviation Gin, George Clooney has Casamigos Tequila, and for our star turn of the week, we've got Jim Gaffigan's Fathertime Twins Double Oaked Bourbon. This drink is actually a take on the Fred Collins Fizz from the New Guide for the Hotel Bar, Restaurant, Butler, and Chef by Bacchus and Cordon Bleu, London, 1885. That's just so easy to say, isn't it? You can
really
find it.
is.
Just start putting things into an Amazon, search engine. That was a long time ago. So, I thought it was about time to resurrect this drink and feature a bourbon that has the word father in its name. Pardon me. We're not deep thinkers here at the Maha'a Tiki Lounge, but we make the magic happen. And a big thank you to Jim Gaffigan and all the good folks at Fathertime for the gift of this lovely brown liquid from my barrel. If you're looking to pair this drink with a meal, try a Hot Pocket. If you know, you know. And those are the tasting notes from Julesy on the Fathertime Fizz. That is right. This is featuring Jim Gaffigan's bourbon, which is the Fathertime bourbon. He has come out with a couple of new expressions, and the most recent one he sent to us so we could taste it, check it out. It's called Twins. It's available for pre-order at Fathertime Bourbon. Check them out on Instagram at Fathertime Bourbon, and click all the necessary links, do the buying. The current, he has a couple different versions of it. We got the first version when it first came out, and it's fantastic. On its own, I am not a huge bourbon drinker, as we know. We like the clear liquids usually, but it's a very, very drinkable bourbon, and this is an even more concentrated, fabulous version called Twins. Cheers, everybody. The Fathertime Fizz.
Ooh, that's delightful.
Oh, that is so summery. Hits you right where you live. Oh my God, that puts hair on my man chest. That is fantastic. That just makes me. It's Twins. I'm seeing double, everybody. It's Saturday morning.
No, that's really good.
Because the lemonade. This is honestly this is the summer beverage to have. Also, crushed ice for the win. I love a good crushed ice, and here it is, everybody. Let me see this. This is the available for pre-order Fathertime Twins. He has a couple different ones. Go on the website Fathertime Bourbon and check it out. Look at that. And it's in a cute little flask. Isn't it just so, oh my God, it's so drinkable. Check it out. Cute label. Yes, I love a flask. If that's how you want to do it, just a little behind the ear. If that's how you do your bourbon, that's how you do a décolletage. Just a little
That's
dribble
great.
down the chest. That's great. What's good about this is it's got sweet stuff in it, and I usually don't go sweet, but this balances out perfectly. Enjoy this every summer by the pool, because we're on the cusp of summer season, if it ever decides to warm up.
Pair your Sandra Lee cocktail with this cocktail.
Grab some rubbing alcohol and call it a day. Right, Sandra Lee? Delicious. I love it. Look, I'm ready for summer, but I think it's not coming for another 3 months.
6 months, yeah.
Because I shared my theory about the calendar with Patty, and you looked at me like I was crazy.
No.
Can I share it with the people what my theory is?
It's your podcast. You can do it.
It's my podcast. I'll be crazy if I want to. Crazy. It's also Saturday morning, and I'm really enjoying this bevy.
Well, be
It's
careful.
got fruit juice in it, right? It's good for me.
You're the one that read off the ingredients.
It's good. I have scurvy. It's good for me, right?
It is fruit juice, isn't it? I don't know. You have the paper with the instructions.
I'm good enough. My theory about the calendar year. Okay. I think we are 3 weeks off. I think that there was an event, and I specifically say the earthquake in those early 2000s where that crazy tsunami happened in Thailand. Very dangerous place. It was
The
like
Naomi
almost
Watts musical, or
the
a
Naomi
movie?
musical.
I'm part of the Naomi Watts musical.
The Naomi Watts musical of
It's just
there's
about her
a
life.
tsunami, it's coming in. Impossible.
Just a real live wave hits the entire audience.
Yeah,
and
it's
everyone
very
dies.
complicated. They're never going to be able to do it in regionals because the tech of it is going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
I think that earthquake, it was like almost a 10 magnitude earthquake. It was as earthquakey as a quake could get. It brought you right up to the edge. And I think that did something to Earth's axis where it knocked it off a little bit.
Okay.
And we have been slowly doing one of these, and where the
Fingering a
axis is
butthole?
shifted a little bit. Yes. We're going
we've
to a
all
strip
just-
club
Starting with one,
with Zare's company.
going to two.
Yep. And then we're up
Bring
to
it to
3.
three.
And then what happens when you get up to 4 is that you get 4 weeks
And
off.
you're drunk and you don't even realize that
I
you've
know.
just been enjoying it the whole time.
And you're like, it's April, but it's really March.
Right.
My theory
And
is
you can
that
take a fire hydrant.
we are taping this in like the beginning of April. I think it's actually March. I'm blowing your mind.
Okay.
Write to me. Podofficial@gmail.com if you agree. And if you don't agree, just write to me anyway.
Just write to me instead.
Hey, everybody. This is a lovely beverage.
I think we're good.
That's my theory.
This episode of Dear Pod is mixed and edited by Jim Ferris and is a property of Pineapple Ranch Productions.